better time to unify each other during this, during these times. So I wanted something that we can all get together, support each other, and empower each other. And so we started the Coconut Market.
Also, sure, I just want to put in a simple plug for y'all.
Man, shout out to That's a Plug. Make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, and catch the wave while you can.
All right, I'm Real from That's a Plug, and we're here live with Miss
Tawina Clarke, how are you?
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for inviting us out to this beautiful event.
Thank you for
Speaking
coming.
Of this event, the Coconut Market, tell us about it.
Well, the Coconut Market was started officially June 23rd. The doors open. And the reason why I decided to do it was because I myself am a small business owner. I have my company, The Hut Salute, and I wasn't finding spaces that accommodated my needs. So I thought, what better way to create the Coconut Market? My background is Afro-Caribbean, I'm Afro-Guyanese, and so I wanted a fusion of the Caribbean along with my African roots, but not just limiting it from there. So that's why I chose the coconut as our symbol, because the coconut is used not just in the Caribbean or Africa, it's also used in Latin America and South Asia and the Pacific and Middle Eastern countries. So I wanted a symbol that would unify the communities. What better time to unify each other during this, during these times. So I wanted something that we can all get together, support each other, and empower each other. And so we started the Coconut Market as the pop-up space. But it's not just a pop-up space. Essentially, we want to do more than just create these spaces where people can sell their products. We also want to empower them in terms of sharing knowledge. So moving forward, we want to do essentially small business forums, workshops, and that's actually starting next year, starting in February, where we'll be working with our vendors to help their marketing strategies, along with additional programs like that.
Wow.
So,
that's dope.
Yes.
So how long has this been going on?
So this is this year. We just started this year.
This year.
Yes. So we do a monthly event. We did it every month since June 23rd. Okay. So this is our finale, December 16th, and we're really excited to see how much we've grown. People from actually LA and New York have reached out for us to tour already, but we're not ready for that as yet. We want to exactly build on that first and then grow. So
So vendors, in terms of vendors, what type of vendors do you usually have at these events?
Absolutely. So because again, I'm Afro-Caribbean, I want to make sure that the Caribbean folks know about this opportunity, but again, we don't limit it. So it's open to all, we market it all, and we make sure that our spaces work for our vendors too. There are times where vendors go into a space and they're overpowered with having similar products like themselves. So it's over competition where they don't even sell. Now, competition is always healthy in terms of productivity and just your professionalism, but we want to make sure that you actually sell your product. So we're somewhat selected in the sense where if we feel like there's so many of a certain brand, that we will diversify the space with other types of brands and stuff like that. So
I got you.
Yeah.
So in terms of what's the hardest thing about running events, especially monthly events, and dealing with so many vendors? And
how much time do you have?
the bridge first and then sum it up first. I know it's a lot.
It's definitely coordinating with the vendors in the sense where, because part of our vending fee is 1 hour consultation calls. Right. This is something that we want to make sure, because it looks good for the space to have these consultation calls where we work on their presentation of the space, making sure price tags are available so customers don't have to ask and it's available, and it helps the navigation of the space. Right. So scheduling that with everyone's time is very difficult. Another thing is getting food vendors. Now, I love our people, but in terms of licensing, it's not the normal thing, the processes that's taught to them. And that's why we're hoping that these forums and workshops will help navigate these systems so we can make sure that, if we can get some sponsors to help sit them down, sign them up, maybe waive some of those application fees for licensing, because license is one of the most difficult things. There's tons of our people who are selling the food, but they don't have the proper licenses to DC area. Exactly. So sharing that knowledge is important for us of how important, because it's limiting them. They can sell in so many other spaces, diversify their clientele. As you see in our space right now, it's very diverse and people are loving all types of foods. So it's not that people won't purchase from them. It's just if you're not in those spaces where they're available, then how would they know about you? So, you know.
So, last but not least, shout out all the social media.
Yes.
Where we can find you.
Absolutely. So you can find me. My personal Instagram is Haki Vibe. So it's HAKIVIBE.
And that stands for what?
Haki means justice in Swahili. So I'm all about that. And of course, the coconut market, which is the coconut market, and market is spelled MRKT. And then the Hut Salud. So it's THE, the Hut. And then Salud, which is actually health and well-being for all. So cheers. So Salud is SALUD.
All right. And just do me one more favor.
Absolutely.
Shout out the brand for me.
Absolutely. That's a plug. Thank you so much. No, this is perfect.
Tune in to That's a Plug.
Also, sure, I just want to put in a simple plug for y'all.
Man, shout out to That's a Plug. Make sure y'all tune in, subscribe, and catch the wave while you can.